Hey, what's up, everyone? Today we talk about my daughter Aurora's birth house synastry between her and my wife and I, so we can get a better hold on her as a growing human. Okay, so welcome to now, and thank you for being here. So, guys, first house is indicative of Aries. Okay, which is a fire sign, and it's the first sign of the zodiac that I am this. Mine is in Gemini, Jazz is in Gemini, but my daughter Aurora's rising is in Cancer. So Gemini and Cancer relationship associated through Aries, we are very talkative. And Cancer gets a little uncomfortable with that energy because we're gonna talk even if you're having a bad day, even if you don't want to listen, even if you feel like we're being overbearing, we're gonna keep talking and we're gonna feed off of you. And we like good feedback, but negative feedback is okay too. None of the feedback is bad. That's why we never shut up. That's why that's why Gemini risings are into new age crap. So we'll be able to keep up with you, we'll make you feel your age, and you'll think that we need to grow up. But it'll be fun. We'll have a great time. Okay? Second house is ruled by Taurus. Taurus is a planet of structure. I was saying structure fire in my heart because honestly, it's Taurus, the sign of embrace, and then entrain one's mind to become more empowered. Rise oneself above self. Embrace your oneness and eject yourself into love and embrace that love and just explode and then embrace and explode and embrace and it's just that's the energy I get from Taurus. I get Ankh energy from Taurus because they have the sensuality, so they embrace emotions and then they love to embrace the emotions. So if they can embrace the same emotion over and over again, I wouldn't be surprised if they were to do that, okay? So my second house is in Cancer. Jazz's second house is in Cancer, and Aurora, your second house is also in Cancer. So we're all very much so interested in learning from each other and helping each other to grow and nurturing each other. Because Taurus through Cancer, second house, Taurus through Cancer, our second house, is going to be I love you and I care for you. And we are going to nurture each other into stress and turmoil, but we're going to fight through it with each other and we're going to love each other through it. And then we're going to create a stronger wall. And we're just going to continue to do that with the rest of our life. And eventually we'll have that wall that's so strong that it won't be trumped by anything. Yeah? Okay. Okay, so next we have third house in Gemini. Gemini third house is a communication house. Gemini is the twin zodiac sign in tarot decks, also associated to the lovers, because the communication never ends. There's always communication with Gemini, okay? So, Aurora, your third house is in Leo. My third house is also in Leo. So we're both very prideful about learning and communication. And what we learn, we want to share. Jazz's third house is in Cancer. So when she learns stuff and gets these awesome ideas, she likes to nurture it into communicating with family. So it's a slow burn, and it's very empowered. Very cool. Fourth house is ruled by Cancer, which is a planet of, like we were mentioning earlier, it's a planet of fortified, nurtured energy. Okay, so fourth house, Aurora's fourth house, yours is in Virgo. My fourth house is also in Virgo, so when it comes to creating stability and love, we are very structured. So we build that I like to call it a launch pad. And then once we get that launch pad to that point where once we get that launch pad to that pinnacle point, then it launches off, and then we're just completely empowered in our own light, above the stars, above everything and everyone, in our own light. That's how our upheaval works, our upward moving emotional power works through our 4th house in Cancer. Jazz, your 4th house is in Leo. So when it comes to lighting up that, I need to protect and create structure so that I can build my launch pad. You get more a launch pad that is like, everybody's gonna know that you're building a launch pad and your family's really empowered. All your family members, all your friends, all your cousins. It's really empowering for you to express how well you're growing. And I even did a spread for you, babe, where it was like, yeah, you should tell your dad all the stuff we do for our kids. Because you have this Leo in your 4th house. Your 4th house represents your family, and you have pride in your family. So you show that pride to other people, and then they will respect you more, and it'll empower you. The 5th house is ruled by Leo, which is the sun. Okay? Aurora, your 5th house is in Libra. Okay? My 5th house is also in Libra. So we both have Libra 5th houses. So we're both focused on structure. But your 5th house actually translates to your sun, which is in Aquarius, really well. So you have 5th house in Libra, structured everything, figure out how everything is balanced. And then your Aquarian sun energy comes in and is like, hey, I'm Leo too. And it pushes everything forward, pushes everything out of the way, gets its way, disappears. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful alignment there. Very cool. My 5th house is okay. Mine's balanced, and then it's structured and it's expressed. Pull out the dark and it's expressed, okay? And then Jazz's 5th house is in Virgo, and her sun is in Taurus. So her 5th house and her sun, they're cool. They're compatible when you think about it. So you have 5th house energy, which is really focused on structuring everything together, building up that hill. And then her sun, your sun is going to embrace that hill and nurture it and patch it up better, make it more fortified. So that's a good placement too. Not as empowered as Aurora's, but it's still a good placement. 6th house is ruled by Virgo, which is all about structure. It's all about building everything lined up completely perfectly, planting a tree here and a tree 10 feet away specifically. Tree here, tree 10 feet away specifically, constantly, consistent, concise, okay? 6th house is all about concise energy. Aurora, your 6th house is in Scorpio. Mine is also in Scorpio. Because we're only off by a few degrees, you know, with houses. So that's how that works. That's why it always seems so similar. So my 6th house is in Scorpio, and yours is also in Scorpio. Okay. So 6th house, Scorpio through Virgo, creating structure. We're going to have a lot of energy to create this structure because we have a lot of water energy, and Virgo is an earth sign, so it will create like a mud, so we can structure how we want everything to be in life really well. It's really easy for us. It's just grab and go kind of vibe. Jazz, your 6th house is also in Scorpio. So you also have this energy where you can create things really easily. It's just really evident, and it just spreads really well, okay? Scorpio has a tendency to ask Virgo the right questions all the time. So that's just that water, that emotion coming into earth and creating that type of mud that creates things that are structured so that things don't get messed up. If something does get messed up, things get messed up marginally, and that's the goal. Okay, with Virgo 6th house. Anything with Virgo, there's always that goal of making sure that everything's structured so that only marginal things get destroyed when bad things occur. That's the point. That's a really cool thing about that sign. So 7th house is ruled by Libra. Libra is the planet of balance, which is why it is the 7th house, which is in the middle. 7th house, and then up to 12th. And then the 1st house up to 7th. It's in the middle. So 7th house is Libra, scales, balance everything out. My 7th house is in Sagittarius. So I'm cool with the balancing. Balancing is cool. Energy from Libra translated through Sagittarius is like laser point focus. Sagittarius has really good focus and goes and gets what they need. Okay. And Libra keeps everything balanced. So you can imagine, say, a centurion on this side of the scale, and there's like something on this side of the scale that they need to balance everything out. They just take a bow with a rope on it and then grab that thing and then pull the rope and then keep it on their side so everything's completely balanced so they don't die. So there's a cool little reference there. Okay. That's for me, my Sagittarius 7th house. Aurora, you have Capricorn in your 7th house. So when it comes to Libra energy, you would be the Capricorn on the outside of the scale. Like, okay, so I need to put this over here, and I put this over here. This goes over here, and this goes over here, you know? So it's a different energy. You're actually working, and you'd be on it, you know what I'm saying? Like say the scale's up here on the top of this peak, and then you just run down the peak, go grab whatever you need, put it on the scale, climb back up, you know? That's how fast you do it. It would be like they'd be backwards kind of vibe, right? Okay, 7th house. Jazz has the same Sag 7th house, so we're very good at being balanced. And then picking our goals, picking our battles and stuff. So you notice a lot that, you know, we don't talk that much. So 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is a planet of mystery, the planet of darkness, piercing the veil, learning that true self, that shadow self that you have, that child inside of you that doesn't get enough light, providing that light for that child, and then becoming a transcendent being kind of vibe. So 8th house for Aurora, your 8th house is in Capricorn. My 8th house is also in Capricorn, and Jazz's 8th house is also in Capricorn. So we got a lot of Capricorn in 8th house here. So when it comes to understanding the darkness, we're very, very in-depth understanding of this. Climbing down to the bottom of a pit to be able to understand who we are, and then climbing back out of the pit and enjoying it, because it's not that much of a challenge. But for most people it would be. But it takes us a few hours and we're fine. Kind of energy. That's how 8th house is with Capricorn. So 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, which, like I said, is that laser point focus energy. Okay, that's 9th house. And Aurora, your 9th house is in Aquarius. My 9th house is also in Aquarius. So when it comes to being able to focus really well, we're really like eclectic. We focus on so many people at one time, and we get information from all of them, and then we produce our straight line, our laser, you know? So everybody's opinion goes this way, and then we take our laser and point it, and then we aim it, and then we finish the job kind of vibe, right? Jazz, your 9th house is in Capricorn. So you're more so laser focused internally. So you don't even need other people. You're just there. You're just where you need to be, doing what you need to be done. You're already focused on what you need. It's that fast. And then we have the 10th house. My 10th house is in Pisces. And Aurora's 10th house is also in Pisces, which is cool. So we both share the same Piscean energy, Aurora. So when it comes to learning about spirituality with work, that is something that is very relevant for both of us. So definitely consider things that have to do with spirituality, because my Sagittarius Saturn and my Pisces 10th house line up in that way. I am more of a spiritual speaker. I speak to people about spirituality passionately with that laser point focus, okay? That's my vibe. And we'll go over your vibe later, okay? But yeah, you have 10th house in Pisces also. So that's very cool. And Jazz's 10th house is in Aquarius, so she's that person that's always super political, that is associated with a group of people, always empowered, always able to move forward through others' opinions. Okay. And her Saturn is in Capricorn, so she's very astute and good at doing stuff when she sets a goal. 11th house, ruled by Aquarius, which is the political leader, in my opinion. Okay, so Aurora, Aurora, your 11th house, Aurora, is in Aries. Mine is also in Aries, so we're very aggressive and we go and produce our goals. We go and produce them. We go and talk to a bunch of people and then produce goals that we need to accomplish, and then laser point, focus, handle that goal. Done. Simple. Okay? Jazz's 11th house is in Pisces. So she's more inside of everyone's energy, understanding them, and then producing whatever needs to be produced through telekinesis kind of vibe. Okay? And then we have Pisces 12th house. Pisces is spiritual, always spiritual, very, very empowered, okay? Yours, mine, and Jazz's are in Taurus, so we are very good at staying our ground when it comes to spirituality and then leading to the goal. Slowly but surely, we're gonna make it, and I love all of you guys, and thank you everyone for watching, and have a blessed rest of your night.